Title Match Wrestling exclusive live from Starrcast in Vegas.
Hey guys, Barbi Hayden here with FlaggedSports.com and TitleMatchWrestlingNetwork.com. I am here with Brian Zane, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, we have Wrestling with Wregret. So you want to tell us a little bit about your site? Whoa, okay, we're just having people cussing around through. Yeah, we are live. So it is all good, but he's actually going to tell us a little bit about his site. It is a bit of a comical, review system he does on wrestling shows, modern, and a little bit of our kickbacks here with the classics. So if you want to tell us a little bit more about your site.
Well, Wrestling with Wregret, it's a YouTube channel that has over 250,000 subscribers. I've been working at it for the last 6 years. I've been very fortunate to be doing it full time for the last 3. Thank you, YouTube ad revenue. It's been paying for my mortgage. And so, it's basically kind of like, I describe it like the nostalgia critic or the angry video game nerd of wrestling, where, I take something that's usually pretty easy to make fun of, or some obscure, random, usually a bad angle or storyline, or even wrestling movies and TV shows, and I just try and, give them kind of a long-form video essay treatment where I make fun of them, basically. I try and find the good in everything still. Sometimes there are things that are just so bad they have to be talked about, though, and so that's why I'm here.
Okay, is this almost on the borderlines of Botchamania? Is it kind of that feel, but now you're actually doing a voice to it, you're giving commentary to it, kind of?
Well, Botchamania is different because he just looks at wrestling botches, people screwing things up, and we laugh at it. I basically script everything. I kind of look at things and I will say, here's why this is funny or why it's bad, and I just try and make fun of it that way. And so, more so than the moves, I try not to attack the wrestlers so much because you wouldn't guess from this body, but I used to wrestle for a little bit.
And thank you, personally, I thank you. I thank you too for not, So tell us about that. How long ago did you wrestle?
Oh, eons ago. I started wrestling in 2006. I did it for a year, and I sucked, and I've been a manager ever since. I found my calling. I was better at talking, I figured out. But anyway, so I understand what wrestlers are going through, and so I try not to, make fun of them. I always try and, target the things that they had to put up with, or the storylines, or the characters, things that were outside of their control.
Yeah. A little more lighthearted is what you're saying. Not just throwing tomatoes, but you're just kind of picking fun at the situation.
Yeah, I never want to be mean or spiteful. I just want to say, hey, look at this silly thing. Let's have a laugh at it.
Yeah, okay. No, I can totally dig that because I roast people constantly, even when I'm not meaning to. So I think it's cool that you've kind of brought that into a revenue, an actual revenue stream, for yourself where you can actually make money from it. Yeah. And tell us a little bit about how people interact with you, because that is something I'm a little bit curious about because I am new to, Wrestling with Wregret. Do people get to say anything back? Do they get to respond back to you?
Well, anyone who's been on YouTube for more than a few minutes knows a little thing called the comment section, which can be a very toxic environment, but also it can be very supportive and uplifting. I think the mark of a good YouTuber is someone who can cultivate a good audience in their channel. And a lot of that begins in the comment section because I screen everything. I go through pretty much every comment, and if there's something that's just really hateful or crappy, I don't want to see it. Just get rid of it. And
I'm glad you do that because I do the same thing. I filter through some things, which I know there's some people who will probably be like, oh, well, she deleted my comment and blah blah blah. But if it's really just spiteful and hateful, I don't want that negative energy on my thing.
If it doesn't contribute to the conversation, I don't have any time for it. And so,
exactly.
And some people ask me, why do you bother reading the comments? I do it because it's part of that cultivating the audience.
Right.
And also, I think at the time it was a good way to build my audience because I tell upcoming YouTubers, people who ask me what they need to do to have their channel do well, I tell them this, interact with your fan base, either on social media or in the comment section. You don't have to respond to every comment in a video, but if someone is adding to a conversation or putting their 2 cents in and they have a good point, you can get oh yeah, that's a good point, or talk back. And I think making people feel like they're part of the community also helps because they feel they're part of something. Word of mouth is a very excellent way to spread the word about something. So, it's planting a lot of little seeds, and that's how you grow your channel. And that, I think, is a contributing factor to what made my channel grow up the way it did.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I think a lot of people do, they don't give enough credit to actually talking back, but that's why I think I have, me personally talking about, you want to kind of have that good fan base. You want to have the good people you're interacting with. And, even conventions like this here at Starrcast, this is a prime example of where you get to have the word of mouth and actually interact and talk to people, not just online, but, you get to do it here in person. And that does make a difference because that'll make or break somebody, I feel, because you want to be like an onion, to quote Shrek movies. Yeah. You want to have many layers. Yeah, you want to have a lot of layers. And I think a lot of those layers do come from those comment sections. So it's cool that you do actually interact because I know some people will just put the content out and they're like, whatever you say, and I don't care,
I'm not going to lie, it does take up my headspace every once in a while because every once in a while you'll get a comment that just kind of sticks with you and sticks in your craw. And, usually that passes after a day if it's a really bad one. But yeah, I think to me it kind of comes to the territory of being a public figure and having all your stuff online.
Right. No, I definitely agree with that. There was actually somebody who did this recently. I don't know if YouTubers get this. You might get it from like your Twitter handles. Are you on Twitter?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you might know what I'm talking about, where you'll have like these trolls who do like a serial trolling, where they go into the DMs of everybody who has like the same type of thing, and they just like they spit out just garbage. And I'm like,
yeah, it's like I don't want to give those people a platform at the time of day, but sometimes people need a good dunking on social media, and so I try not to. I was just talking to somebody about this today. Every once in a while, I have to let the cornet out a little bit, the little mini cornet that's inside me. I have to let it out on social media.
The little cornet that's in all of us.
Yeah, right. Well, I get that a lot too, because I'm having been a manager with this face, I get a lot of cornet comparisons. So I try and do my best to distance myself from that, but I also can't run from who I am.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's fair. And also to kind of touch base on what we're even here for to begin with. How has this whole Starrcast, event been for you? Like, do you feel like this has been beneficial? Have you learned new things, met new people? I mean, we just met today, so there's one new person.
That's perk.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun here at Starrcast, a lot of fun in Vegas. I've had a lot of great experiences. Getting involved in a couple of panels has been great. The Cultaholic panel and the WrestleCrap panel last couple of days has been amazing. And I've been meeting a lot of great fans here on the floor in the collector's corner. My one request is maybe Starrcast II, keep the buildings a little closer together. I think, a lot of those panels aren't being attended that much because there's a lot of great people out there doing work, but it's the travel between here, where all the shows are, the merch is, and the vendors, and then those panels, which are good, but it's a 10-minute drive each way, and a much longer walk. So, maybe my one recommendation would be try and keep things a little more centrally located. But who am I? I'm not running this thing. So.
Right, and it might just be Caesar's Palace. That was just like, nope, this is all you get. You get these 2 rooms, which, by the way, took us 15 minutes to walk to. Like, this place is gigantic. I did not realize how big it was until I started walking through. So I literally put my headphones in and just
it's a deep dive.
I was like, here's my cardio for the day. I'm doing this.
I'm having a good time at Starrcast. I'm looking forward to having a good time at Double or Nothing.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to the show tonight?
Nosebleeds, yes.
Hey, that's okay. As long as you're there, I think it's going to be a really great show, great spectacle. I'm glad you're going. And again, one more time, I am Barbi Hayden. And do you want to tell everybody where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, go to Twitter at Zman Brian Zane. No relation to Tom Zank. My Facebook page is facebook.com/wrestlingwithregret. And I'm on Instagram at Brian Zane.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much, seriously, for coming by.
Thank you.
And we're here at Starrcast with flagsports.com and titlematchwrestlingnetwork.com. Again, you can download that app right now for free for the next 30 days. We are streaming so much content. It's unbelievable. Interviews like this, just shoot interviews, shows, behind the scenes. So stay tuned, download that app.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and check out our great sponsors, Flag Sports and Walker, Texas Lawyer.